On this episode of Kim's Rude Awakenings, the Tetreaults, a family whose home could easily be mistaken for a war zone.
I call it the House of Chaos.
Chaos might be putting it lightly.
I need dynamite.
And while the kids may be the ones running wild, Mom and Dad's bad example seems to make everything okay.
This is not a dressing room, it's a dump.
If their room looks like that and your room looks like this, like father, like son.
Kim Woodburn and Mike Chalut have got to restore the order.
Stop it.
But they may have met their match with this family. Domestic goddess Kim Woodburn is traveling the world with lifestyle expert Mike Chalut on a very special assignment. Their mission: to identify, confront, and rehabilitate messy, disorganized families and bring pride back into their homes. This time, Kim and Mike are hoping to create some beautiful music with the Tetreault family, comprising Mom Leslie, Dad Mark, and kids Lucille, Felix, and Amos. The Tetreaults have been living in this house for 8 years. While Mom and Dad say that this is their dream home, everything going on inside makes it feel more like a nightmare. Along with running this household gone wild, Mark and Leslie are professional musicians in a major symphony orchestra.
I work almost every single day. I almost never get a day off.
Stop.
And any spare time they do find
Get out of my room!
is spent trying to keep their kids from tearing the whole house apart.
Stop it.
I don't want to feel like I'm terrorizing the children, but they do have to realize there are responsibilities and there are certain expectations.
Come here.
But the kids don't listen because Mom and Dad don't practice what they preach.
I think it's fair to say that I'm not a good example of neatness and tidiness.
They look at my room where all my clothes are and they probably think, well, she doesn't keep her room clean. Why should I keep my room clean?
It's gotten so bad that there's just clutter everywhere.
It's like this uncontrolled mess, and I swear to God, it multiplies in the dark.
But really, the Tetreault family's big issue is that Mom and Dad set a terrible example for everyone, and nobody is being held accountable for their actions.
Tears don't work. Yelling doesn't work. Nothing works.
Now, Kim and Mike are heading to see the Tetreaults. Mom and Dad are about to get a crash course in leading by example. It's time for a very rude awakening.
Good morning, Tetreault family. It's time to get your home back in order.
Your house is chaotic and so are your lives.
Mark and Leslie, we're going to teach you to lead by example.
Up and at 'em, Tetreault family. This is your rude awakening.
Go, I know, go. Come on.
Don't be so bossy all the time.
You're the one that's bossy.
Shut, don't speak to me like
Shush.
that. What is this room used for?
This is the family room.
Unfortunately, these guys and their toys have just taken over not only this room, but the entire house.
Do you boys do your homework and stuff in here?
Yeah,
Where?
on that table.
How can you do your homework on that table and on a square inch of space? Lucille, do you do homework there?
Not in here, there's no room though.
There's no room because you three kids have messed the home up, haven't you? How can you bear this? How can you bear this, you three? Now, Mark, as the daddy of the house, do you think that you're not as strict as you should be with the children?
You don't want to be yelling at them constantly.
Wouldn't bother me.
It bothers me a bit to have so much tension. I would like to have our house be a peaceful place.
Peaceful.
It's a good job you three do not live with me, because I'll tell you why I'd punish you good. Shut your face, you. Have you seen what I've done to this room?
I know.
Shut up.
Okay.
Have I worried you a bit? Good.
What is this room?
This is my office.
This is your office?
This is the nerve center of the operation right here.
It's getting on my nerves.
This is the most unorganized office I have ever seen in my entire life.
Wow.
You're a nice man. You're a shocking example.
If their room looks like that and your room looks like this, like father, like son. You have to lead by example.
Sit in a nice, clean environment, because then the children can't say, look at your room, say, I've done mine, go on.
Oh, there
Nothing
you go.
until you do that. Getting through?
It is.
Good!
Let's go.
I thought we'd never get through. Come
Yeah.
on.
Come on.
Come on. This is not a dressing room, it's a dump. What is this mess in here?
I have a very rough system in place where I can get by.
I know you don't like it. I can see it by your face.
Yeah, I don't like it.
But if
I
you're
hate
not,
it.
yeah, but if you hate it and you're unhappy, why do something about it, lovey?
I have actually threatened to go rent myself a studio apartment just so I'd have a place to go.
Now, sad you, well, it's really getting to you, this, isn't it?
It is. It has. It's driving me crazy. It's driving me. I have been in tears. I have been hysterical. I have tried. But then I don't like screaming and nagging because it doesn't seem to work.
First of all, you have got to do this by example. Parents lead the way in the way they behave. You're all going to have to muck in, and you're going to have to know when to be a mum and when to be a friend. Because right now, mum and dad are backing out of this.
You're right.
And look at the price you've paid emotionally.
We really can't continue like this.
There's too many things in life to have tears over. This isn't one of them that you can rectify.
And a proud family has a proud home.
That's right.
The love nest.
It goes on and on.
Do you know, how can you sleep in a room like this?
There's no romance. It's not romantic at all.
Yeah, but you know something? I could make it romantic.
No.
Good. Oh, come on.
Oh. This is really untidy.
It's like an obstacle course.
No. Why are you going in here?
I'm looking at the room. Look at all this. It's unbelievable, isn't it? Oh, they've got to get going in this room, haven't they?
Come on, get out. Don't fall.
I will not fall. You stop bullying me all the time.
I just want to help you.
All right. Take your hands off me, unless you're invited, which you might be.
The Tetreaults may have their careers on track, but their family life is hitting a very sour note.
The whole environment of the house right now is not very good.
The mess upstairs bothers me so much. It's like I seclude myself to my room. It's overwhelming, really overwhelming.
The fact that it bugs me and makes me tear my hair out doesn't seem to matter.
This has got to change. Kim and Mike are sitting the family down to see if they have as much pride in their home as they do in their music.
Leslie, Mark, I want you to close your eyes. Now you're on stage. The spotlight is on you. Everything's fantastic. You're happy, aren't you?
Yes.
Do you feel proud?
Totally proud.
Absolutely.
And now open your eyes. Do you have the same pride in your home as you do when you're on the stage?
No.
No, not at all.
Mom and Dad can see now that they need to start setting a better example. But are they actually ready to follow through? We find out in The Switch.
You're gonna get a spanking.
And Kim and Mike wonder if they'll ever get through to them.
It's just ridiculous.
Domestic diplomats Kim Woodburn and Mike Chalut are caught in the middle of one very unnatural disaster.
Ow!
Everywhere you look in the Tetreault family's home, it looks and sounds like a war is underway.
I give up. I surrender.
The big issue? Mom and Dad set a bad example for their kids. And by avoiding confrontations with their children,
Come on, boys, time to get dressed.
Mark and Leslie are actually doing more harm than good. Kim and Mike have a plan to clean up this hostile territory and start making the whole family accountable for their actions.
Kim and I really want to fix all these issues for you.
Kim and Mike are helping the Tetreaults understand that there's a problem, and now they have to deal with it. Time for The Switch.
It's role reversal. What it means is, you are the mother and father.
I love that.
We want you to take your parents up to their bedroom, and we want you to get them to tidy that room as it should be. Tell them, do this, do that. Be firm. firm.
I think we should move the bed a little bit and sweep up.
Dad, you need to clean off your dresser because I don't know how you can keep track of anything there.
And Mom, you should tackle these books.
Where do we put it?
You guys have to get some boxes to put your stuff in, because after all, it is your stuff.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
These 3 boxes all have purposes. The stuff you want to keep, the stuff that you want to throw out, and the stuff that you want to give to someone else.
Where do we start?
One thing at a time. Jump.
Oh, you kids.
You darn kid.
If you've already read a book, unless it's really good, you shouldn't keep it because you're probably not going to read it again.
Well, let me finish one job at a time, okay?
Do your job.
It's just ridiculous.
You're gonna get spanking.
This role reversal has really kicked things into high gear. But now the Tetreaults need to put those lessons into action. Kim and Mike may have some trouble making that happen.
How are we doing then, Mike?
I feel as though this family has no direction whatsoever.
Oh, no, I know that.
We need to get into that house and divide and conquer.
I'm taking the mum to her dressing room next because it's dreadful. What are you going to do?
I'm going to take Mark downstairs,
Yeah.
into that office, and get some sort of structure happening down there.
Well, all I can do with the kids is I'll put the 3 kids in the family room and hope they can get started.
Good luck with those children. This is the biggest challenge we've had.
Yeah, but we're going to do it.
Is that a new lip gloss?
I don't wear lip gloss.
What do you mean?
I have a natural sheen to my mouth and a fullness. In fact, I have been called Miss Kissable before now.
Let's get to work.
If Mark and Leslie ever want to get control of their lives again, they need to deal with the big issue of setting a better example for their kids. Starting point, Leslie's dressing room.
You see, I look at this wardrobe and I'm in utter horror. This wardrobe is like a tin of sardines, dear. It is crammed full. Oh, God, help me. And oh, I can see you've got some very, very expensive clothes. You are wrecking them. Right now, they're getting creased. Another thing you're doing wrong, they're suffocated. Wool has to breathe. Silk has to breathe. That couldn't breathe if its life depended on it. Watch this here. They've got to be at least, my love, 3/4 of an inch apart. It enables the cloths to breathe. Now, I cannot believe in this room there's not lots you don't want, because I suspect that deep in the dungeons, you haven't seen this stuff in years.
You're right.
So give it to your best friend, or go to the charity shop. People are getting benefit of what you don't want, and getting you a lovely dressing room and an adorable office.
While Leslie gets to work, Mark is dealing with his own chaos-filled room.
Let's start very simply.
Yes.
Personal.
Aha.
Business.
Okay.
Let's say it together. Personal.
Business.
Yes. This is just step number 1.
Oh, man.
We're going to be here for a while, aren't we?
Definitely business. Personal. Business. Business. Personal. Bills. There's a lot of envelopes I'm realizing that I never even opened yet.
So why is it there's such a pileup of all this mail?
It's because of the internet. I don't even need to open my envelopes to pay my bills.
When you're paying your bills, there's a little box. It's just like one of those little check boxes. And it says, do not mail me anything. Check that box, and 80% of this clutter would be gone. Promise me that you can do this every day. Can you do it?
I think it's important to set a good example for my kids, so I'm gonna buckle down and do it.
Mom and Dad have got hours of work ahead of them, but now it's the boys' turn to clean up their act. Brace yourselves. World War III is about to get underway.
No, it's not!
The Tetreault family may make beautiful music together, but with mayhem all around them, their home life is anything but harmonious. The Tetreault's biggest problem is that Mom and Dad set a terrible example. And that may be too much for Kim and Mike to help this family overcome.
Don't throw it. Stop it.
While Mark and Leslie finish cleaning up their areas, Kim is getting the boys started on a project of their own.
Who is responsible for all the stuff on this table?
He is. Yes.
We'll wait and see. See these 2 big trunks? We've got you one each. The things you want to keep, put in your trunk. The stuff you know you just both do not want, put it in that box there. Come on, boys, we'll never get clear, darlings. Tommy, you're so slow. Whose is this? Have you done all this? Don't throw it. Stop it. Show a bit of speed. But you get a wiggle on. So now you've got a homework table, haven't you? But this is the rules. All the toys you get out to play with, you put back in these storage boxes. Leave any toys out, your father's going to confiscate them.
Well, Kim may have got the boys started, but now they have to work with their sister to organize the entire living room. This could be interesting.
Whoa! Lou, this is such good stuff!
Stop it! Stop that!
It looks like the boys' tempers of mass destruction are about to be unleashed.
Bitch! Don't stop!
Felix is terrorizing his sister, and anything that Lucille throws away, Amos just picks out of the trash.
Not garbage!
This was all garbage. No, stay in here and clean. Bo?
It's time for Dad to step in.
Why don't you be a little nicer to Bo?
I don't want to work with them. They're not working with me. They just keep taking stuff out of the charity and garbage.
This job needs to get done, and you need to be more cooperative.
Are you listening to a word I'm saying?
Yes, I am. Sorry, I was just...
Meanwhile, Mom Leslie is still in the midst of getting her overflowing dressing room organized.
Now, natural fibres, this is the deal. Your cashmeres, your wools, your cottons, your silks, and so on. They're lovely. They're very prone to moths. A moth would lay eggs in a sweater. They are so tiny, you will never spot them. Show you how you kill them. You take a plastic bag, can be smaller or larger. You buy the size of it that you need. Pop it in there, my love. Wrap it like that. Now, you put that in your freezer.
My freezer.
All night.
My goodness.
In with the meat, dear. If there's any eggs in there, they will die.
No kidding.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
I'm going to show you one more thing. Cedar.
Cedar
Moths
spray.
hate cedar. You've got many alternatives. I've taken a cedar essential oil and I got this spray and I filled it. Always do that because oil must separate to the
Right.
top. And then I sprayed these about half an hour ago. Just paper towel, cheap and cheerful, my love. I just punch a hole in. I fit it over the hanger, my love. I do it about every fourth or fifth hanger, and that's enough cedar to keep them at bay. I'm going to leave you to it.
All right.
If you get stuck, give me a call, but you shouldn't, because I've told you most things you need to know, haven't I?
Yes,
All right. Get on with it, dear. Get on.
Boy, stop it.
Back in the living room, the boys won't focus, and the cleanup is at a dead halt.
Felix, you're supposed to be sorting. Why aren't you sorting it?
Dad's going to have to lay down the law.
Nothing.
Quit yelling. I don't want to hear about it.
Dad's got his hands full. Kim and Mike need to step in and help Mark out.
You've got to put your foot down, Dad, haven't you?
I try.
What?
My foot's been coming down all morning.
Look, boys, will you get off your bums and get working? Please. If I come in here one more time, you're doing nothing. There's going to be repercussion and there's going to be blood on the walls. Get on!
The only way to turn this family's fortunes around is for Mark to take Kim and Mike's advice and start leading by example. Things are really beginning to change. The boys are helping out, and the entire family is on the road to success. The Tetreaults are starting to get it, but some members of the family are still having a hard time letting go of the past. And there's still plenty more time for this family to fall apart.
I'm not doing it.
Kim and Mike better start saying their prayers.
This is not a dressing room, it's a dump.
You have to lead by example.
Getting through?
It is.
Good.
The Tetreault family has undergone a very rude awakening.
I'm glad you're putting your head down with Shane.
For the past 3 days, the family has been working hard to clean up, clear out, and get along. Mom and Dad have been leading the way for their kids, and it's starting to sink in.
I'm going to lead this family by example.
But they're not done yet. Are the Tetreaults ready for Kim and Mike's final challenge?
Hey guys. Hello, hello, hello.
Hi, family.
This is unbelievable. This actually looks like a family room.
Does your heart good to see this? You know, it's wonderful, honestly.
We're not quite finished yet, though.
We want you to invite some of your friends round later on today. And we want you to have a bit of a musical afternoon. Open this room up, bring your friends in, play a concert to them, and it'll prove to you an organised home is a happy home.
Best challenge yet?
Go on.
We'll be back.
Thanks.
Get going. Get going.
Okay, well, we've done a lot of work in here and straightened up, and you guys should be proud of yourselves because you've done a good job. But we're not done. We've got guests coming over tonight. And so we've got a few more tasks that we have to accomplish. Now, boys, what I'd like you to do is make a kind of program. You know how like when you come to a concert, there's a program?
Yeah.
Something like that. Okay, and Amos, do you think you can help Felix with some good ideas for the program?
Yep.
Okay, and Lucille, we need to make some hors d'oeuvres so you and I can work together on that. You guys all know what you're gonna do?
Yeah.
What's the last thing we're gonna do? We're gonna have fun tonight, huh? Celebrate our hard work.
Yeah.
In the past, the Tetreaults would never dream of inviting people inside. Now they're coming together as a family and working together as a team. They've even thrown out the old stuff and bought some new furniture. And while the programs are rather unique,
I love that.
and those hors d'oeuvres do look a little bit suspect, there's no fighting, no confusion, and most noticeably, no mess. And just in case there's any question about the transformation made so far, Kim and Mike have prepared photographs of the family on the Wall of Shame.
These are the pictures of your home when we arrived. Okay?
Oh my God.
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
It's a grim story, isn't it?
I am speechless.
Splat, splat.
Wow, this is astonishing.
That is appalling.
I can't believe you guys were so dirty.
By the way, Dad,
Yeah.
that.
I can't believe that I could ever find anything in that.
Before their rude awakening, Mark and Leslie's bedroom was a jumbled mash of papers and laundry. Now, relaxation and romance are definitely in the air.
It's everybody's mess. You know, we were just as much to blame as the kids. We can blame it on the kids, but hey, that's my dressing room.
Leslie's dressing room was so full of clothing that you could barely walk in the door. But it's been transformed into a sanctuary where Leslie can take some time for herself.
It's amazing that the house looked like that just a few days ago, and now it's really, really clean.
We ought to keep that just as a gentle reminder, maybe.
The living room looked more like a landfill. However, the whole family helped to revive it. And now everyone is reaping the rewards.
Oh, well done, darling.
Nice work, buddy.
Hello. Nice to meet you. Very nice to meet you.
Welcome to the Tetreault family musical party. Today we will be playing music with Hometown Bluegrass. We hope you enjoy this cool new home.
Very good.
Kim's rude awakening has worked. The Tetreault family is finally taking pride in their home and in themselves.
Beer for you.
Oh, nice.
You get the mug of honor. You see there's a tuba player on that mug.
Thank you very much. Oh, it's lovely and cold. Thank you
nice.
very much.
Cheers, Kimmy.
Cheers, my love.
This has been a good exercise for my family. We've learned to work together. It took some fighting with each other to get through it sometimes, but I think the kids especially realize that we can take on a project and do it together, and I think we'll be able to keep this up.
We done good.
Good pickings.
This time on Kim's Rude Awakenings, the Galleas family, whose home is one of the strangest on the block. The master bedroom is a dumping ground, the living room has a bed in it, and the dishes are done in the bathtub?
It's a total disaster.
Things are so bad that daughter Marika is ready to leave it all behind.
That's why I have a job right now, is I've been saving up to go away from home.
It's time for Kim Woodburn and Mike Chalut to fix this home and set this family straight.
But I'm not a doctor. You're nuts!
Britain's Queen of Clean, Kim Woodburn, is traveling the world with lifestyle expert Mike Chalut on a very special assignment. Their mission: to identify, confront, and rehabilitate messy, disorganized families and bring pride back into their homes. This time, Kim and Mike have a massive job on their hands with the Galleas family, comprising Dad Mark, Mom Deborah, Mark's daughter Marika, and son Benjamin. 10 years ago, Mark pulled his house apart to do renovations, but he's never completed any of the jobs, which has left it looking more like a construction site.
You know, I'm a nice, neat guy underneath. This is just an illusion.
Living this way is pretty difficult. You adjust, you do, but not happily.
Although the Galleas would love to have people over, the mess makes it next to impossible.
We can't really bring anybody into the place. and I really like, you know, I like entertaining.
But the ongoing renovation has left the Galleas without any room that functions as it should.
Most of the time I don't think about the fact that I'm washing bed in the same tub that I wash the dishes in. But when I do think about it, it's kind of worrying. You do wonder what's lurking in there.
The state of the house is too much for Marika, and she's ready to leave.
It wouldn't be a problem for me to stay with my mom all the time. My mom would love that.
But Marika worries about what that would mean for her baby brother Benjamin.
This is my baby grabbing scissors. You know, I just want things to be better for him. He's the one that's gonna have to live in this house his whole life.
With so much work left undone, the problems are piling high, and that is the Galleas' big issue. Projects get started and never get finished. Kim and Mike need to save this family. Get ready, Galleas. Here comes a very rude awakening.
Good morning, Galleas family. It's Kim and Mike here. We're here to sort you out.
Your house is topsy-turvy and your lives seem to be a big mess.
You start jobs, but you never finish. Things are gonna change.
Galleas family, this is your rude awakening. Let's go, Kim.
Oh, get it, come in. I'm standing in a room. I don't know what it is. Could you enlighten me? Because I've got a bed here, but I've got a living room fireplace there. We've got an aquarium in the corner.
We have our computer room over here.
So, yes. What would you describe this room as?
A convenient living space.
Convenient? You know, you may think you're funny, but I don't find you amusing. We're here because we have heard tell that you're a starter, not a finisher. Am I right?
Yeah.
Because you've done nothing for years, have you?
It's taken a while getting around to some stuff, yeah.
What about this poor child? Do you bring your friends in here?
No.
Oh.
Obviously not, right?
No.
Yeah.
Whenever they ask, I have too much shame. No, not my house.
Oh, boy.
What breaks your heart?
I've brought people home, and it's strange because you walk in, and almost before you reach the door, you just want to say, I'm sorry. I apologize in advance.
Kim, wait. You're gonna die. Okay, hold on. Let me make some room. Just a minute. All right. Kim, can you see everything okay?
Very nice to me, love. I'm not complaining.
Okay.
No, all right. What's this room?
This is the master bedroom.
And why haven't you moved into it? It looks fairly well turned out. Why hasn't it moved in?
It's not completely finished. Like, the lighting fixture was one thing I wanted to do.
So you're telling me you have stayed in that room for the sake of fixing that?
That's basically where it boils down to.
Can I, look, I'm not a doctor. But you're nuts!
Some would say.
What is this room? This is their playroom? What?
No.
What the? Guys, can you please come in here, please? We're trying to figure out what room this is.
It's our kitchen.
Well, you've got no floor for a start. You've got a subfloor.
It's a subfloor, yeah.
Okay, wait. We're missing a fridge as well.
Yes, it's in the other room.
It's out there.
Right. Yeah. What is this pipe sticking out of your sawn off? What is it?
Well, that's where the sink goes.
Can I ask you a question? It might seem obvious to you, it's not to me. Where'd you wash your dishes?
I can show you. Here.
Are these dishes drying in the bowl here?
Yes, they are.
So where'd you wash them then, lovey?
In the bathtub.
We need to talk. We really do.
This family has got some real issues. It's time for Kim and Mike to regroup.
We've got to restore this house so that they can enjoy it. It can be, they can enjoy what they've got. And little Marie can bring her mates in. See, I feel sad about that.
We have to divide and conquer.
Yeah, you can have him. I'm not even asking.
No patience for him?
I feel like smacking him right in the chops.
Well, what are you going to do with her?
Well, I'm going to take her with the baby. I'm going to give her advice on that.
Then I will take the father, and I'm going to teach him how to start a project and finish a project.
Well, good luck to you.
More tea, doll?
Yes, thank you so much. Do you know, Matt, you are really a gentleman, aren't you?
Thank you.
I wish at times, though, and don't take this wrong, that you could be a little bit rough, you know, a little bit rough edges and stuff.
You wouldn't be able to handle me.
But I could try, couldn't I? I mean, I would like to try if you'd let me.
Right now, daughter Marika is powerless against her father's ever-growing house of junk.
I just recently came back from camping and I found my dad's car radiator on my bed that he was fixing because he says he couldn't find a surface to work on. So he used my bed.
But today, the balance of power is gonna shift. It's time for the switch.
Your daughter, who I think has got a massive brain here and knows how to use it. And since she's the one that's fed up of never bringing friends home, she's the boss right now. We've made her the boss. We want to get your bedroom back as a master bedroom. And you've got to fix that light, haven't you?
So we can get all that done.
Oh, it's called work.
Ourselves?
Yes, you've got to get off your bum, dear.
Let's go.
All right, guys, this is the plan. First, you, Deb, are gonna start packing boxes. You are gonna go and get that light fixture from the closet that's been sitting there for years, and you're gonna put it up once and for all. Ready? Get started. Everything out, clear a space for yourself, in and out. We're gonna show you that what we haven't done in years, we can do in a few hours, so let's go.
You're absolutely right.
Deb, up and down the stairs, come on. Pack it up nice and high, make your trips efficient.
The work is finally getting done, but this switch may be too much for Mark and Deb to handle.
Deb, faster. You're dilly-daddling.
Give me time. I'm running up and down the stairs as fast as I can, vacillating.
The Galleas are living in an almost uninhabitable home. Like most families, everyone has an excuse.
The dishwasher's here, just in a box.
But the Galleas' big issue is that no project ever gets finished.
Because you've done nothing for years, have you?
Kim and Mike want the Galleas to learn how to finish things that they've started.
We gotta change things up around here a little bit.
So now the family is attempting to turn their junk room back into a master bedroom.
Let's move it out so we have some quick trips.
Daughter Marika is taking charge.
Those are day-to-day use clothes that should be hung up in the closet.
We're hanging them up in the closet now to start back in the bag for months,
Yep,
years.
because it should have been done a while ago. We're doing everything today.
This exercise is getting things done, but is Deb's ego getting in the way?
It can be a little bit different having a 14-year-old telling you what to do. Obviously, it's usually the other way around.
Piece of luggage?
Despite the animosity, Marika is maintaining her newfound authority and standing her ground.
Are there any more pieces? Things got pretty heated. People were getting a bit irritated, a little bit pissed off. But I mean, it's all for a good cause.
And it's working. After years of stalling, Mark is finally completing a project.
All right, we got the light done.
Light's working.
Ta-da! 22 minutes. How long has that been like that for, that damaged lamp?
A few years.
A few years for the sake of 22 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay, you know what?
You've done
Next
it.
step, let's do the bed.
Come on.
Come on, let's get it going. Come on.
I'm somewhat embarrassed it didn't get done sooner. And now that that part of it is complete, I'm happy.
But before the marital bed is reinstated, the floor needs a proper cleaning.
Soft brush, soft to sweep with. I've taken this, I put it under a warm tap, lightly warm, okay? And it's a make do. Hold that, I'm gonna tie it over here. This is all these floors take once you've had them treated. They are an absolute breeze to keep clean. I've just taken an old tea towel. Warm water. Now, always clean your wood on grain. Now, this is all I'm doing. 1, bring it back 2. You never put anything harsh cleaner on here, ever, 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 ever. I'm going on the grain, my love. And you see the floor, look now like that. You'd be surprised. You take the surplus dust, that's your floor done. Let's go and get the bed in.
Wonderful.
Yeah, come on, let's go.
All right, guys, so bring it in.
After 6 years of separate sleeping quarters, Deb and Mark can finally share the same bed.
Thanks to your daughter, you've done a jolly good day's work. You've got a bedroom. You're going to join your husband tonight?
I guess I have to.
Oh, you poor soul.
I'm excited.
Seeing how easily the bedroom came together, Mark is eager to start tackling even more projects around the house.
I've composed my list of the things that you haven't done in your home. Here we go. And these are all the things that you've started in your home and haven't finished.
That's a lot of stuff.
Mike's giant list is great for making a point.
I like this one, stop the lazy days.
But now Mark needs a practical solution for completing all of his unfinished jobs around the house.
Mark, I want to give you a couple of tips to make your life a little easier so you can do things properly and get things done. First thing, to-do list. I need you to write everything down. Then you pick 3 items on that list, and I want you to complete them that day. Second one, do you like music, Mark?
I love music.
Yeah, good. I want you to be entertained while you're doing your job. So play your favorite music at all times while you're doing your job.
Sounds like a good idea.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I want you to start things, I want you to work on them, and then I want you to finish them. It's a very simple formula. Do you ever read?
Yeah.
Have you read full books?
Yeah, actually I have.
Start to the end?
Yeah.
So treat this like a book.
It's a pretty big book.
It's a big book. It's a horror story, actually. I'll leave this to you, okay? You go. Yeah. Okay? Very good. Looks fabulous. Don't wreck the list. Don't watch yourself. Watch that. Thank you.
I think that the rest of the house will actually come together fairly quickly because I've seen that it can be done.
The Galleas are beginning to get it, but they still have a long way to go. And there's plenty more for this family to learn.
You haven't swept this floor for 2 years. You lazy article.
The Galleas start projects and never finish them. And that's got daughter Marika ready to walk out the door.
Home should be a calming place. Home should be home, right? It should feel somewhere where you're comfortable. But I don't feel that way. I walk in and it's just a mess.
We need to get on all fours. Can you manage it?
I can manage it.
Well, if I can.
To get things on the right track, Kim is showing Deb how to make things safer for baby Benjamin.
I want us to be at the height he's at.
Okay.
To see what he sees, you see? You see? Now, let's get round here. You're Ben, you're crawling round. What are you seeing? What are you seeing?
Lots of things to get into. Dirt.
Yes. Oh, dirt in the truckload, isn't there?
Garbage can.
Yes. Oh, you could be at the garbage can. He could be very ill. Keep going, keep going. Oh, now he is tall. He could bump right there. He's tall enough, isn't he? That I would like to bump. That is nasty.
Yes.
He could be hospitalised. I think these are ingenious because little soul bangs his head. He bumps it. And he bumps it on there, especially there. This is rather sticky inside. They're very spongy. They've got an adhesive here. Any corner, sharp corner you see, that goes on there. Put your hand on that, look. If he bumped his noodle on that...
Oh, wow, it's cushy.
It's spongy and lovely. Yeah. He might bruise, he won't cut.
No, not
He
at
bumped
all.
himself on that metal.
Well, yeah.
By Jove, he'd be very badly cut. So that's wonderful. Because we always bang our noodles, don't we?
Oh, yeah.
So let's keep going, my love. Oh, look here, Debbie, dear.
Well, the bed was here for 2 years.
Are you telling me you never clip? You lazy article. You haven't swept this floor for 2 years. Let's go along here. Oh, look at now. What's that attached to? Is that live? Is it live? Do you know are you puffed out? Oh God. Last time I lay on the floor, it was on my honeymoon, love. Oh, boss. We've all been through it, haven't we? No, but you see, that's dangerous too. He can stick it in his eye, stick it in his ear. So I've made my point, haven't I?
Yes, you have.
The clearer you keep this house, the safer your lovely, lovely baby's going to be. Right?
Yes, honey.
On a wooden floor, this has been a finished floor.
Yes.
If you just put this down and say to him, all right, lie on that, it slides. There is no way he'll slide all over the floor, OK? But if you buy this, this is about $5. This is rubber.
Oh, very good.
Good. This doesn't slip. There you go there. Especially if he was a baby that hadn't yet walked, he's sort of trying to crawl. He couldn't go further. Down I put about $5 worth. Will you listen to these tips, please? Are you listening to the tips?
Thank you. I think that's yours.
Now in here, right.
Yes.
Try and pay attention.
I am trying.
We put this on here. Right.
Yep.
And therefore, when he's on it,
Wow.
I'm really pushing.
Try it?
Do push, please push. It won't go any further. Therefore, he's safe. Get on there and see what you think. Go on, try and push that along. Go on, can you push that along? I think he's away. I'll leave you to it. You're a terrible television presenter, you are. So, OK, that's the idea. That wash is on a cold wash, and this wash is a good old cheap shop. Good enough, good enough. Yep. So let's whip that up. Now, I'm going to show you something else that really concerns me. Now, let me show you what I mean. He's here, that's his height. He wants his little lorry out. Yep. What you don't see is, you need to seal these off. And all you do is, in you go. Watch, go on, put it in. In it goes. Now, it's a very tight fit, super. Yes. It takes an adult to pull it out. Should do, which is what the idea. He shouldn't be able to get that out. Right. I'm very concerned you don't have a faceplate on here. We're safe here. We are not safe here. In fact, we are open to the elements. That is very dangerous. A child could stick a knife in there. Please, we need to go to the shop yesterday. We'll certainly go today and get all these faceplates to make your little boy safe.
Yeah.
Everyone is pitching in, and no surface is being left untouched. This is definitely a work in progress.
I think the toughest thing to change is always yourself. But I do sincerely want to make the biggest effort that I can to have a proper living space for myself and Mark and Benjamin and Marika.
If we're not all prodded and pushed by each other, I think we're going to lose motivation. And I think us working as a team is going to be essential.
Things are coming along, but the Galleas have been in this position before.
I'm not sure why nothing in the house gets finished. There's so much that needs to be done. It's almost like you don't know where to start.
Cleaning is one thing. Making the house livable is another story. Let's see if the Galleas are ready for Kim and Mike's final challenge.
We've got one last challenge for you.
The final challenge.
We're going away for 7 days because we want you to put your kitchen in. You're going to do your sink, you're going to do your kitchen. You've got it all here in this house, haven't you?
Yeah.
And you said you're capable of doing it. You did the light.
Yeah.
So for 7 days we're going. But when we come back, you better have it darn well done.
It will be done.
Cabinets, sink, dishwasher, and flooring. The Galleas have everything they need to get this kitchen sink drama together.
I'm pretty proud of myself.
But can 10 years of incomplete projects really be finished in 7 days?
I am thinking, how the hell are we going to get this done on time? Okay, got the glue on this one.
The Gallia family is in the middle of a week-long challenge to finish every project in their 3-bedroom home, including a complete kitchen renovation.
I glued the wrong side?
Yeah, you got the wrong side.
Huh.
But for a family that starts things and never finishes them, this is not such a simple task.
I only got so much time.
And in this challenge, failure is not an option.
I do not want Kim and Mike walking in here and finding this place not finished.
All right.
Do that and we're dead.
So the Galleas have enlisted some very talented friends to keep the kitchen renovation on track.
Yeah, I'm a little bit scared because we've got a deadline to meet and it seems like there's still a lot of work to do in that time. But I'm scared and excited at the same time. Looking forward to it.
Mark is overseeing construction, while Deb and Marika are teaming up to tackle the clutter, reorganize the rooms, and get rid of the junk.
Cheese. It's peppered cheese.
I was wondering if that meant.
But Dad's new go-getter attitude is creating some unexpected tension in the Galleas' home.
Whatever I say, you do.
All right.
Understood? Is it understood?
Hey, I'm understanding.
Perfect.
Not stupid. Gotcha. It's really frustrating when you all have ideas for how things should be done. And you don't want to hurt each other's feelings, but at the same time, you know, we want to get things done our way.
My biggest fear is that we get busy and not much happens, and Kim and Mike come back at the end of the week and we're really embarrassed.
But their 7 days are up. Now it's time for Kim and Mike to judge whether the transformation is complete, including the kitchen sink.
Hello, Deb. How are you?
I'm wonderful.
A week has passed, my dear.
How are you doing? Passed so fast.
Are you going to be very pleased?
Yeah, I hope so.
Look, I can't believe this is the same place.
Oh my gosh. A floor,
This is beautiful.
cabinets, a sink.
The dishwasher that was there for...
6 years.
6 years.
In a box.
What do you think of it?
I think it's awesome.
I love it.
After 10 years of making excuses for the mess, the Galleas are finally proud of their home. Let the celebrations begin.
I can't believe it. It doesn't look like the same house.
It took about 6 years to get around to doing what was about 1 week's worth of work. But he got it done. The week is up.
And just in case there are any lapses in this metamorphosis, Kim and Mike have prepared photographs for the family on the wall of shame. Before their rude awakening, Mark and Deb slept in separate rooms and their bedroom was being used as a dumping ground. Now the clutter has been cleared out and the marital bed is back in business.
That can't be the same house. In one way. It's like night and day.
Their kitchen was unusable with no sink, no fridge, and no floor. But after 7 days of hard work, the kitchen has been reinstated and dishes will be reserved for the kitchen sink alone.
So that's what it used to look like.
That's what it used to look like. Yeah.
I'd already forgotten.
The family room was a bedroom, an office, and a living room. But the whole family helped to revive it, and now everyone is enjoying their new living space.
So enjoy your house, everybody.
And thank you for the kick in the pants.
You're very welcome, dear. I can assure you.
Bye, guys.
Have a nice party.
Kim's rude awakening has worked. The Galleas have completed all of their unfinished projects, and now even Marika is proud to be a part of this home.
We pulled a lot of all-nighters. We all worked really, really hard, so it's all been well worth it.
This really has been a miracle. I'm shocked it actually happened.
We just dug down, we just started, we took one thing at a time, finished it off, moved on to the next one, and one thing led to another, and next thing you know, we're at where we are today. You done good, kid.
Me too.
This time on Kim's Rude Awakenings, the Hurd family, a creative bunch who can't seem to grow up. With the responsibility of 2 young children, these two have got their hands full.
It's never ending. No, it'll just get worse. It'll get worse.
The house is a playpen, the kitchen is disastrous, and nobody is willing to put in the work to clean it up.
I'm so overwhelmed that I don't know where to start.
And motivating Eric is gonna take some work.
I wouldn't say I'm handy. I'm not really into building things or fixing things. I really just don't care.
Kim and Mike could be in for a rude awakening of their own. Britain's Queen of Clean, Kim Woodburn, is traveling the world with lifestyle expert Mike Chalut on a very special assignment. Their mission: to identify, confront, and rehabilitate messy, disorganized families and bring pride back into their homes. This time, Kim and Mike are helping the Hurd family, comprising Mom Jessica, Dad Eric, 3-year-old Tessa, and baby Cole. The Hurds may be a young family, but by the look of things in this house, the laundry, bills, and boxes have been piling up for years.
When I look at the mess around, I desperately want to clean it, but I don't even know where to start.
With the responsibility of 2 young children, every room has become a problem. And 3-year-old Tessa doesn't make things any easier.
I wasn't prepared for what kids bring. I had no idea that it turned your life upside down.
The cluttered kitchen is maddening for stay-at-home Dad Eric, who is making meals for himself and Tessa, as well as Jessica, who is a vegetarian.
I have to clean before I make anything. I need a surface, I need the stove, I need the sink. It's a frenzy.
And rather than try to deal with the problems in the kitchen, Eric spends his time in the basement playing guitar.
You know, my tools of the trade are artistically inclined.
You'd think because Jessica's a graphic designer, she'd be organized. But her methods are scattered at best.
Tables for me seem to become surfaces to put things. And so if there's a table that's empty, it's just crying out for something to be put on it.
The Hurds are overwhelmed, and that's starting to affect everyone.
I feel horrible about it, and it weighs on my shoulders, and then the kids feel it because they know there's tension between their parents, so it affects the whole family.
And that's the Hurds' big issue. For the sake of their kids, Eric and Jessica need to grow up and start taking their household responsibilities seriously. Kim and Mike are on their way to deliver the only logical solution to the Hurds' list of problems. And it's gonna come in the form of a very rude awakening.
Good morning, Hurd family.
Kim and I hear that you're acting like adolescents.
You're no longer going to live as slobs. You're going to grow up.
That's right, Hurd family. This is your rude awakening.
How could they say that stuff about us?
Oh, man.
See you touching me again.
I'm trying to help you up the stairs.
See you all over me like a cheap suit. Hello? Who are you?
Tessa, come here.
What do you think?
It's a playpen.
Have you always been untidy in this house?
We had a baby, and then we moved into this house when our son was 3 weeks old, and things just kind of got crazy and chaotic.
It's important you change your ways. You've got 2 babies now.
I know. And that's the motivation for doing this, is that we have 2 kids, and we want to have an environment for them that's clean and healthy, and they can run around and play, and that's the motivation. Well, here's our...
Here's our what?
Office, dining room area.
This is their dining room table, Kim?
Where do you eat?
Either on the couch or on the rocking chair.
Among all the diapers and the wet wipes.
This is disgusting. Keep going.
Oh, the kitchen.
This is gross.
Aren't we the lucky ones?
How do they cook in here?
Oh, come on. Oh.
Yeah, this is the baby's room.
How old is the baby?
5 months. But he sleeps in our room right now.
Well, good job he does. Where else can he sleep?
Not here.
Every room in the Hurds home is a problem. Eric and Jessica need a dose of reality.
This house kind of reminds me of a frat house. It's very adolescent-y. We really need you to...
grow up.
This house is a complete disaster. Kim and Mike need to plan their attack.
They're great parents.
They are.
But they're just not very responsible.
They're a very young couple. They've both given up, haven't they?
Well, what do you want to do?
I want to take the lady around and I want to teach her to organise herself and to put things away where they belong.
I'm going to take him and teach him how to be a little more handy around the house.
Mike, let's get together here. They're a lovely couple. Let's really try to help them. Between the 2 of us, we'll get them shipshape in no time at all.
With clutter all around, Tessa has no proper place to play, and she even tries to clean up the mess herself.
We have to clean up this.
I hate the fact that she has to work around the clutter. I don't think she likes it at all. I think it weighs on her mentally.
And that is leading to problems beyond their messy home.
Tessa started having kind of breathing problems, and I brought her to the doctor, and the doctor said, you know, it's stress. I'm thinking my 3-year-old has stress, and I wonder if the way that the house is has anything to do with that.
The Hurds' disorganization is having a negative impact on their kids. It's time for the switch.
Now, in this switch, you are going to become Kim and I, and we're going to become you. We've given you a pair of stilettos, and you can change into a shirt and tie.
They are rather lovely.
Oh, my goodness.
The goal is to clean up this room to create a better environment for your children.
And I have very, very high standards, so get on with it. No nonsense.
Kim and Mike have just dropped a bomb.
Grow up.
And the Hurds are already starting to crumble.
Is it my responsibility to pick up after everybody else?
I can't move fast in these heels. I'm taking them off.
But this is only the start of headaches to come.
Right now, I don't feel much hope, honestly.
Good morning, Hurd family.
The Hurd family is smack dab in the middle of a very rude awakening.
You're no longer going to live as slobs.
Their big issue? For the sake of their kids, Eric and Jessica need to grow up and start taking their household responsibilities seriously. To get things started, Kim and Mike have issued the Hurds their first major challenge.
You are going to become Kim and I, and we're going to become you.
Let's get this party started!
I didn't put this here, and I didn't put any of this stuff on top of it. I don't have anything to do with them. Yeah, this does feel like being you guys.
Eric is already having problems facing the mess, and his mood isn't being helped by Kim and Mike's over-the-top antics.
All you do is make a mess. Oh, you're throwing your peels on the floor.
It's not going to do any harm.
What? I pick it up. This is why we don't have friends over. I'll have to clean up after you.
Eric and Jessica get the point. Now Kim and Mike need to give these two some guidance.
You could both move a bit faster, dear.
Yeah.
I can't move fast in these heels. I'm taking them off. They're absolutely horrendous.
So if you take them off, we're going to see you fly around, are we?
Faster than this.
Go on then.
God. I don't know how you function in those things.
Keep going.
Are you sorting or just throwing in there?
I'm putting everything in here that needs to go up to the bedroom.
Well done.
It's a struggle, but the room is getting cleared out. Despite the fact that Eric and Jessica can't seem to pull it together as a team.
All right, I'll be a team player.
Look about you.
I know, I can't believe it.
45 minutes. That's so little time, isn't it? Well done.
done.
You're really pulling your weight.
Jessica is starting to see the light. But Eric isn't happy with the progress so far.
There's just too much. It's like barely scratching the surface. Right now, I don't feel much hope, honestly.
The living room is a great start, but the kitchen, bedrooms, and dining room still need to be taken care of. Kim is helping Jessica get pointed in the right direction.
I went around the house and I gathered this little lot here, you see. For instance, where do we find that diaper? Living room? Baby's room. In the hall, dear. Guess where I found that in the worst room you can have it in?
I'm thinking it was in the kitchen.
Yes! Oh, you
Yes.
knew that. We're going to clean that. That's horrible. You could use a wooden toothpick. You could use tweezers, whatever sharp. All you do is go through the bristle, lovely. Look. Oh, my God. Now watch. Oh. But you know, on a hairbrush, you can pick up bacteria, bugs, grease. In fact, have a smell of that.
Hairy.
I've got just a washing up liquid, my love. All we need, lovey, is honestly that, because we're up to our eyeballs in soap bubbles.
Okay.
Into that, tea tree oil. Tea tree is a natural antiseptic. It kills bacteria. It's wonderful. And it certainly killed bacteria on a brush. I put about 7 drops in there. So I've got me a little bit of washing up liquid and the tea tree. Oh, and it smells rather nice, doesn't it?
It does, soothing.
Ooh, blimey. That's done. I brought a bowl of just warm, clear water to get the soap off it. Summer day, put it on the windowsill. You can use that in about half an hour. Look, dear, look.
It's lovely.
So I want to put all this back in here, you see, and you know what I say, a place for everything and everything in its place. Put that where it belongs.
Okay, diaper, baby's room.
Oh, well done.
With the other diapers. It seemed more overwhelming at first, but once I started doing it, you kind of get into a groove. You want everything to be in the right room. It was a really good exercise to see what really belongs in the proper place.
On the other side of their home, Eric is dealing with his own set of problems. As the head chef in the Hurd household, this guy's got his hands full.
Typically, you know, I have to make a little bit of everything. And lately, I think because it's been so difficult to get around in here, I haven't been able to do that as much.
Mike is coming to the rescue to put some structure to the chaos.
I want to prepare this kitchen so it's spotless, so preparing food is very simple. Everyone gets fed and everyone is happy.
Sounds like a dream.
Well, it'll be a dream come true.
All right.
We're gonna get you a little organized, okay?
Okay.
I'm gonna teach you a simple formula called PAVE.
Okay.
Plan ahead, visualize, and entertain. You're gonna plan ahead your meals. You're gonna visualize them on this board. And because Jessica is a graphic designer, she can make this a lot easier for Tessa to get involved by creating these words into icons. She can say, Dad, I want this, this, and this. And then everything is done.
Sounds fun.
So we'll pick a starch.
Okay.
You'd have some chicken on the side that you can throw into the pasta. For your wife, tofu. And then we throw in a vegetable, peas. So there we go. We've planned ahead, we've visualized, and now we're gonna entertain. Because you're gonna cook, and it's gonna be very entertaining.
I have to take your word for it on that.
I hope so.
Eric is on the right track with dinner, but when it comes to being handy around the house, he's still having a hard time.
Oh, man, I hate this stuff. Absolutely hate it.
He can't hide his unhappiness when he's stressed out about something. If this situation doesn't get resolved, it would lead to much more tension in the marriage.
The problems continue to pile up.
Would you want me to do some, take a break?
No, I'm fine.
Okay.
And this fairy tale is beginning to look more like a horror story. Eric and Jessica Hurd are attempting to clean up their act. Kim and Mike have been helping this young family to grow up and start taking their household responsibilities seriously. Eric and Jessica want to eat together as a family, but their dining room table is covered with junk and boxes litter every inch of the floor.
I don't even know everything that's in there. There's just a mishmash of stuff.
But the rude awakening has Jessica empowered, and she's finally ready to tackle the mess.
How are we gonna start putting things in the proper room where they should be first? And then whatever doesn't have a room to go to will be going to the basement.
Even if things are put in their proper place, handiwork around the house is still a problem, and Eric doesn't have the skills to deal with it.
Tools and all that stuff, no, I'm not like, "Grr. Yeah, those are nice tools. Can't wait to get my hands on those to fix something." Nah.
Mike's plan is to help Eric get a little handier.
I need you to start learning how to build.
All right.
So I've supplied you with a tool box.
Nice.
All right?
Yeah, we could use that.
Just in case, because I don't want you to lose your pretty face, here are some goggles.
All right.
So we're gonna bang up this wall, and I want you to hammer, and I want you to screw, and I want you to get everything drilled into this wall, okay? Let's go.
How do you do this?
Come
Like,
on.
I'm feeling really clumsy.
Let's hold that. Watch my finger. Beautiful. Now, screw. Okay, so now that we've mastered the drill and the hammer, let's hang up your daughter's art.
All right, I'm gonna give it a shot here. 61.
It looks like Eric is a little handier than he thought, but Mike's not done with this guy yet.
So do we get to crack open a beer now?
We're not cracking open a beer yet, so I'm gonna give you one more job. Your next job is to go upstairs into your son's room, and I want you to create a wardrobe. We have the things for you.
All right, sounds good.
Job well done.
In just a short time, Jessica has taken the dining area through a major transformation. Now Kim is helping her deal with the dirt that lies beneath.
Now, is this the table that your daughter eats on all the time?
One of the two, yes.
Okay. I will do this, you see. Now, I'm also going to scatter a few round, and then you, dear, can eat off this table raw. Well, you said it's spotless, didn't you?
Well, yeah, it's clean enough.
Well, if it's clean.
For putting a plate on.
Ah, we have it, don't we? You know darn well that table's not clean, don't you?
Well, I wouldn't put raw food on it, no.
But if your little girl was eating here and she dropped a bit of food on there, you know kids will.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm glad you've got the grace to blush. I'm glad. You should now really be getting all the bacteria out. Warm soapy cloth with tea tree oil, or a lemon acid, get it out.
The veggies on the table. It's a little bit gross, but it did make me think about the fact that I wasn't cleaning it as well as I should be.
Now Kim is teaching Jessica how to get the table ready for a family meal.
I'll tell you what I'm doing. There's tannin in tea, and the tannin is this colour. I put 2 or 3 tea bags, that's sufficient. Look at the colour of it, same colour as the table. If you've got a couple of baby marks, baby scratches, where the wood's slightly lighter, the tannin, as I wash the table with it, will disguise all that. And it will not harm your table. Now, having done that, use a paper towel, go on the grain, and that's anything you do gets cleaned on the grain. Oh, the table's not been cleaned for a bit, love, has it? Because I put tannin on it, which is in tea, I don't have to put polish on, because the tannin actually polishes as well. This is a microfiber duster. To every square inch, there is many more fibres to this duster than anything you'll ever use on the market. It's a wonderful polisher. Just look at it. Look at that damn shine.
It's blinding.
The Hurds home is getting cleaner, but there's still clutter everywhere, and it seems like the kids have taken over every room.
I don't think it's working well for the kids. I don't think we have enough room. I don't think we have enough storage.
Mike has challenged Eric to solve the problem by assembling a wardrobe for his son.
I don't know which end is which. Is this the back or the front?
But Eric has avoided the everyday practicalities of family life for too long. And now he's dealing with what has become a very emotional journey.
It doesn't say anything about lips on here. I am gritting my teeth, grinding them. I can't explain why. I just hate it. And I'm about to throw it all away. I really just don't care. It's just a pain in the ass. Oh man, I hate this shit. Oh, I want to burn this is what I want to do.
I don't enjoy putting stuff together, you know, and it gets the best of me, you know? I don't know why. It's ridiculous.
I'm telling you, it's like trying to energize a corpse.
The man wants a clean house. That's why he can be motivated. I believe you can motivate him.
You're right.
You can't give up on these things,
We
can
won't.
you?
We won't give up. Let's go.
But it can be done, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, it can be done.
Right.
All right.
The progress has been slow, but everyone seems to be coming along. But Kim and Mike want to test how far they have really come.
We've got one last challenge for you. Only one now, Eric. Don't look, pull a face. We want you to gather as a family should round your table. We want you to bring a couple of friends in. Eric will do the cooking. Any advice you want, Michael, he's the expert on laying tables. We want to see you sit together at a table and make a habit of doing it. Little Tessa needs it now at this age.
I know, I'm just a little nervous.
What have you done today? Why are you nervous?
Well, she's just not used to doing it.
You've got to start sometime.
I know.
But if Jessica should be nervous about anyone, it's her husband, Eric. That's because he struggled with nearly every task throughout this rude awakening.
Isn't it okay to hate doing this and just be angry about it?
Now the fate of the final challenge lies in Eric's hands.
Yeah, I know.
All right.
The Hurds are running out of time.
The last time that I cooked for or entertained guests in this house, never.
Can they pull it all together? Don't count on it. For the sake of their kids, Eric and Jessica Hurd have been digging in deep to put their messy ways in the past.
Start with clothes.
Their final challenge?
We want you to gather as a family should round your table.
But for a family who needs to grow up and start taking their household responsibilities seriously, this is easier said than done. Before their rude awakening, the Hurds' home was hardly a place for social gatherings. And the mess was starting to affect Eric and Jessica's relationship.
If we wouldn't have called for help, Jessica and I would have had to deal with some pretty heavy-duty confrontation.
But the Hurds are learning that it takes little steps every day to keep the house tidy. And Eric is seeing that tackling small projects can be a rewarding experience for everyone.
Ooh, that looks good.
Once you get to the other side, you see some light. You know, it always helps, brighten your mood.
In order to have any hope at the final challenge, the Hurds have devised a plan. Get Tessa involved in the dinner preparations.
I'm helping Papa clean up. I'm a vampire.
And make her excited about sitting down for a meal with her family.
And then fold it over.
Another one.
And it's done!
We have to flatten it like that.
She loves to help, she's always like that. And kids generally, they just love to be involved.
Everyone's included and a part of the plan, and that's making a huge difference in the way that dinner comes together.
It's great. The biggest difference for me is that I didn't have to scoot a bunch of stuff out of the way just to start cooking.
As guests arrive, the transformation is nearly complete.
It's crazy. You can walk in through that door.
Oh, it's sparkly, huh?
With friends and family all around, it's clear that Tessa is thrilled to be a part of the process. And Eric, who has been reluctant throughout the entire rude awakening, is now smiling and happy with the results. And just so no one forgets the transformation they've undergone, Kim and Mike have prepared photographs on the wall of shame.
Family, we've things to show you. Now, folks, we're going to show you a horror story.
We call this the wall of shame.
Right. Now, any comments?
It's embarrassing.
What a dump.
That's what I remember. This is a new place.
Before, the living room was a jumbled mess of toys, baby items, and dirty diapers. But the family cleared it out, and now it's a restful area for everyone. The kitchen was piled high with dishes, papers, and clutter everywhere. With Kim and Mike's help, it's been overhauled to reveal a functional space that Eric can use with ease.
It's good. I love it.
And before their rude awakening, the bedrooms were in absolute disarray. Now Eric and Jessica's bedroom is clean and organized. The nursery is set up, and Tessa is showing everyone who the real rock star of the family is.
You all mucked in, didn't you? And you've done well. Eric, you were extremely unhappy, weren't you?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, he did look a bit of a miserable soul when we came here. I've got to be honest with you, I was worried about him. Happier man?
For sure. I'm glad it's done, I'm glad that we're at where we're at now and that we can kind of leave that behind.
Do you honestly think you'll keep this place tidy?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I like it clean in this house.
Yes, and for my kids, especially.
All right. We're going to leave you with these photographs, aren't we?
I think it's time for us to go.
Kim's rude awakening has turned this family around. Tessa is stress-free, and Eric and Jessica are finally serious about their family, their home, and working together as a team.
It's like a weight off of our shoulders. Huge boulder-sized weight, so it's good.
Tessa has a lot more room to be herself and run around and play.
Run around and chase each other and play now. We are a team. We are a team.
I know that we're both committed to doing it because it's for the sake of our kids and for our own sanity as well.
It's about our family. You know, as long as we're both working as a team and committed to it, it should be a piece of cake.